I like to listen to shit. I know some shit is better subbed, some is better dubbed. Fuck you. All right, let's get to this moron's cope
Well,
on
good
why
afternoon.
he
Welcome to today's
lowered
press
the
conference.
tariff.
We have with us Prime Minister Mark Carney. He will be making an opening statement, after which we will go to the room for questions. One question and one answer. If you are in the room right now, you are already on the list.
See, you have to push. There it goes automatically. Thank you,
Yeah, designated questions only, please.
Ms. Robson. Throughout our negotiations with the United States on a new trade and security relationship, the objectives of Canada's new government have been constant. First, to protect Canadian workers and their families. Second, to reinforce the competitiveness of Canadian businesses. And thirdly, to build the strongest economy in the G7.
Oh, you fucking make me do this already. Build the strongest economy in the G7. Okay. No, we're gonna get rid of that. What? No. Canada's place in the G. Canada's 2097 presidency images. No. Canada's. How am I gonna fucking word this? Let's put Canada G7. Fuck it. Canada's economy. Canada's economy G7 images. If Canada has the second lowest productivity of the G7 nations. 2021. Okay. Ah, shit. Wait, can I use? No. No, I should use that fucking AI. No, not bookmarks. We're done with that. We're done with that. We're done with that. Search. Can I search? No. You think made in Canada? Okay. Canada G7. I didn't even spell fucking Canada right. Canada was G7. The most competitive juries out there. We need to make the most competitive place in the G7 the best, create jobs and businesses. Canada, Ontario isn't even the most competitive jurisdiction in Canada to invest in. How the hell does that happen to 20 years of constitutional blind? I suspected this guy's actually pretty fucking good. 20 years. Okay, I agree with everything you said, but Canada is no longer in the top G7. Okay, so the United States, 30.50 trillion, China, 19 trillion, Germany, 4 trillion, India, United Kingdom, 3.8 trillion, Canada, 2.30 trillion. Oh, only we are. Is Brazil even a first world country? Where the fuck is Mexico? Like, we're gonna be the strongest economy in the G7, guys. I mean, shouldn't you be set your sights a little more realistic? Say maybe I don't know. I'd say the top 5, but that seems like a stretch. You would have to double it. Like like you know, we're struggling to not to be thrown in the we're struggling to stay in the top 10. We're going to be the strongest? What the fuck are you on? When we stop spewing this BS, Canada's dead last in the G7, and Carney wants to believe we will be number 1. Might need to build a pipeline or 2 and trade with a bit with the US. Yeah, that might actually help. You know, maybe build some roads to all these minerals and gold and shit we keep touting we have, because we can't just airlift it all fucking out, morons. Okay, yeah. Canada is the only member of the G7 thanks to the only member of the G7 thanks to the US. Excluding the US and the G6 would likely replace Canada with a country that is not 37 out of 38 in the. Okay, let's see here. Canada, real GDP per capita growth, um, 2015 Q1 to 2024 Q3. US is at 18.2. Who's IRL? 41.7. That's pretty good. 18.2. I would have thought the US had been higher. I mean, they got the biggest, everybody wants to be honest. It doesn't matter because is Canada's fuck, are we behind Mexico? Jesus fucking Christ. 1.4. 2015. Gee, who took over? Who was in charge from 2015 to 2024? Oh yeah. Um, gee. And they hired that moron's top advisor to lead the country. Like fucking MEX. Please tell me that's not MEX is not fucking Mexico. Please, for the love of fucking God. We, and it's not like we're neck and neck with Mexico. It's like 1.4 and it's 3.2. Oh, I can't look at this anymore. This is fucking so goddamn depressing. Country's a fucking joke. Jesus. Gonna be the strongest in the G7. Somebody just needs to slap this motherfucker. Oh, bullshit artist. That's what you are, Carney. If I'm gonna, this is what Mark Carney is. For fuck's sakes.
BULLSHIT. New word. ARTIST. Spells bullshit artist. I say again, bullshit artist. B.
Our negotiations with the United States have been taking place as the U.S. has been in the process of fundamentally transforming all of its trading relationships.
Yeah. So what was all the elbows up bullshit?
This new U.S. trade policy has several motivations: to raise tariff revenues,
To make America great again. Why aren't you making Canada great again?
to protect strategic industries, to encourage foreign investment in the United States, and to change trade and non-trade policy in U.S. partners.
Okay.
And to these ends,
Sounds
the United States has announced a
sounds
series
reasonable.
of trade actions. Those began near the start of this year with the so-called IEEPA tariffs against Canada and Mexico based on U.S. concerns about the border and fentanyl trafficking.
Yeah. Okay.
Those were quickly followed by reciprocal tariffs on every U.S. trade partner and very high sectoral tariffs applied globally on strategic industries, including steel, aluminum, autos, and copper.
Yep.
The United States has also imposed substantial trade actions on the Canadian lumber industry.
Okay.
Now, in recent weeks, the United States has agreed a series of trade deals with a variety of countries. And these deals have several aspects in common. First, baseline tariffs that cover a broad range of goods and services that are substantially higher than those U.S. tariffs that existed before. In fact, the average U.S. tariff rate on the world has jumped from just over 2% at the end of last year to almost 16%, 8 times higher.
Yeah.
16%
Okay.
currently. Those trade deals with other countries also have limited or no relief from those sectoral tariffs in those strategic industries such as steel and autos.
Okay.
They include substantial commitments by the U.S. trade partners for investments in the United States and
Okay.
significant unilateral trade liberalization measures by U.S. trade partners.
Okay.
As a result of these developments,
So what was
the
all
breadth
the elbows up? We need, unjustified tariffs. Blah blah blah. U.S. is evil. Orange man, bad bullshit. You ran on. I mean, what you just said why they were doing what they're doing seems pretty fucking reasonable, or at least you made it sound like what they were doing was pretty fucking reasonable. I don't see anything bad about what you just said.
and the depth of the changes in U.S. trade policy have become more fully apparent.
Yeah.
Specifically, under the new U.S. approach, countries must now buy access to the world's largest economy through a combination of tariffs, investments, unilateral trade liberalization, and policy changes in their home markets.
Oh. Yeah. That sounds reasonable. I mean, if I have the biggest economy in the world, I mean, yeah, and you want to do business with me, yeah, I'm probably gonna want something, you know, yeah. I don't keep going, I guess.
Now, as in previous trade disputes, Canada has implemented a series of retaliatory tariffs.
That backfired fucking spectacularly. To dumping out alcohol, to increased living, to increased homelessness, job losses. Just oh,
Their objectives have been to protect Canadian workers and businesses,
how fucking how a retaliatory tariff does it, it, it just makes shit more expensive in Canada. Canada doesn't have Canada's is 44, oh, is it 40, 43, 44 million people? And it used to be like 38 million people a few years ago. You just imported like, I don't know, 4 million migrants from India that do absolutely fucking nothing and except leech off the government, so they don't even fucking count. You got I don't know how many whatever people that actually do something. And you keep saying what happened to becoming our own best customer? We can't become our own best customer because we don't have enough people to become our own best customer. Being our own best customer is like sucking our own fucking dick. Okay? We can't. You fucking moron. Like there isn't the infrastructure. We don't have enough roads, plants, manufacturing. We don't produce enough of anything to become our own best fucking customer because none of what we fucking produce can be sold to us in the amount that would require the industries to actually stay afloat. In fact, most of it can't. That's why the US, that's why we're so reliant on the fucking US. Did nobody fucking tell you this? You economic fucking banker genius, you fucking moron.
and to incentivize a negotiated settlement with the United States. Few other countries followed suit.
Few other countries followed suit. Um, I believe it was China that followed suit, and China. Only two countries fought, did what you. No, no. Only one other country did what you did. Two countries in total: Canada and China. China's surviving because it has other means. Canada isn't because we have no other means. Because we can't ship shit anywhere else because we don't have the infrastructure, roads, or pipelines. That is why we're so reliant on the US. And plus, it's next door. Shipping shit overseas is, well, not exactly carbon neutral, which you want everything to fucking be. And there's, driving shit, assuming the driver's name isn't Singh, is a lot more cheaper than, putting it on a ship. Fucking keep going. Fuck.
In a positive and very important development earlier this month, just a few weeks ago, the United States reaffirmed a core commitment to our free trade agreement, CUSMA, by reinforcing that those Canadian exports to the United States that
I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a C, but whatever. Kuzma.
are compliant with that agreement, that are compliant with CUSMA, will not be subject to U.S. IEPA tariffs. Now, there's a lot of
I don't know what the fuck that means. All I know is you guys just. I'm just gonna take his word for it.
acronyms in that paragraph. So let me try to summarize what that actually means. As a result of that decision by the United States, the actual U.S. tariff rate on Canadian goods is 5.6%. Compare that to the 16% global average.
Okay. I mean, we do share a border with them. I mean, really, the only one you can compare that to would be Mexico. I mean, what's Mexico's percent? Because everyone else is an ocean away. So the only one you can really compare to is Mexico.
That remains the lowest amongst all of the United States trading partners.
Even Mexico, because they got a pause on a lot of their fucking tariffs. Oh, well, go back, go back.
Is 5.6.
The actual U.S. tariff rate on Canadian goods. Okay, well, what's fucking Mexico's? The actual fucking. No, I can't trust anything this motherfucker says. To be honest, because he's been caught in like 8 billion fucking lies. What am I fucking typing in? Okay, the actual U.S. tariff rate on the Mexico. Mexico, U.S. Oh shit! God damn it! Tariff rate in Mexico. Fuck it. Okay, U.S. tariffs on Mexico to a tariff rate. Oh, goddamn! You know, I'm just gonna use AI. You're just gonna have to take my fucking word for it that I'm not lying. Because I have AI on my phone. What is it, Gork or whatever? So maybe Elon Musk won't lie to me. Hold on. A newer version. Oh, god damn it. AI advisor. Okay, open. What am I putting? The Mexico. Oh, god damn. Okay, the current U.S. tariff rate on imports from Mexico of August 1 is 25% for most goods not covered under U.S. goods. The U.S. tariff rate was implemented at. Well, okay, the current U.S. tariff rate on imports from Mexico as of August 22 is 2000 is 25% for most goods not covered under United States and Mexico. Okay, so what's okay? That doesn't make any sense. Because he's probably, you know what this motherfucker's doing? He's probably taking like all the tariffs and then like, okay, let's just compare what AI says the Canadian rate is. USTA owner rate. What does it say Canada is? Oh, as of August 2020, 22nd, the 2005 U.S. imposes a 35% tariff on Canadian goods that are not compliant with U.S. Becomes effective. So he's lying. That are not compliant with the U.S. states, Mexico, Canada, U.S. effective an executive order that increases the rate from 25%. So he's fucking lying. Mexico has a better fucking trade deal. He does. You lying motherfucker. Okay. Okay. According to Elon Musk's AI system, Mexico is actually better because they're running under the same rules, but because of their so that they get all their free stuff, the free trade is the same between U.S. and Mexico, and they have a 25% tariff rate, and we have a 35% on everything else. So that okay, who has a better tariff? Lion cocksucking rate. Canada or Mexico? Let's see if this motherfucker is even fucking. Mexico has a better. Okay. Okay. You lying little fucking Mr. Burns motherfucker. Okay, I'm taking a picture of this shit. Okay, this is gonna take me a minute. Wait a minute. I'm sorry for no one that's watching, so go fuck yourselves. All of nobody. But okay. Oh, you lying motherfucker. He was So, dead air, yeah, I know. You lying motherfucker. Oh, god damn it. God damn fucking damn it. Where is it? God, you lying little cocksucker. Okay. 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 I hate this motherfuckers. Okay. Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know there's some dead fucking air here that the AI will have to fucking clink out when I put it to the fucking AI machine. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Okay, let's go back to X. Okay. Let's go back to X where I posted shit. What? Oh, I don't want that. I'm not paying for your fucking shit. You want? Get the fuck out of town. You're richer than I am, cocksucker. Uh, nope, nope, nope. There we go. Applies. What I was doing. Oh, here we go. So, as of August 2020, 2025, Mexico has a better lower tariff rate compared to Canada for non-USMCA compliant goods imported into US. Here's the breakdown. You lying cocksucker motherfucker, you. You motherfucker. I fucking hate you. Mexico. Mexico has the better tariff rate. Oh, look, comments turned off. No fucking wonder, you lying little cocksucker. How does he think he can get away with this? Like, ooh, like all I had to do was put it fucking literally that question: who has a better tariff rate, Mexico or Canada? It's fucking Mexico.
6%. Compare that to the 16% global average.
Yeah, global average. What's Mexico's again? You fucking little weasel.
That remains the lowest amongst all of the United States trading partners.
No, it doesn't. No, it isn't. It's Mexico. You fucking lying little snake. The lowest. No, lowest except Mexico, maybe.
And more than 85% of Canada-US trade is now tariff-free. So let's be absolutely clear. Canada currently has the best trade deal with the United States.
No, it doesn't. It's Mexico. The fucking Beaners managed to get a better deal than you. You economic banker genius.
And while it's different from what we had before, it is still better than that of any other country.
Except Mexico.
So as we work to address outstanding trade issues with the United States, it's important, it's vital. We do everything we can to preserve this unique advantage for Canadian workers, Canadian businesses. And doing so will require both building on a soon-to-be revised CUSMA, our free trade agreement with the U.S. and Mexico.
That you are going to get absolutely fucking raped in. When Kuzma comes up for fucking renewal, you are going to get bent over and fucked sideways. Trump is going to show you no mercy, and I hope he doesn't. And I live in Canada. I want you to fail so hard that the next fucking corrupt little weasel banker that wants to become a fucking prime minister feels it. Get fucked, you lying little cocksucker.
As well as developing a new form of trade and security partnership with the United States. In this context, and consistent with Canada's commitment to CUSMA, I'm announcing today that the Canadian government will now match the United States by removing all of Canada's
What?
tariffs on U.S. goods.
You're going to match the United States by removing all the tariffs. That's not matching. They increased their tariff to 35%, and then they started increasing their tariffs on other shit. That's not matching. That's buckling. Like what? Keep going.
Specifically covered under CUSMA. Soyons clairs. Le Canada.
Oh, I can't understand this fucking French bullshit. Okay, I you know what? I'm just gonna let the French shit play. I need another beer. I need a beer if I'm gonna listen to this fucking retard speaking anymore. Okay. Okay. Just try and.
En ce moment, le meilleur accord commercial avec les États-Unis. Oui, il est différent des accords du passé, mais il est déjà mieux que ce que les États-Unis ont conclu avec tout autre pays. Nous nous affirmons à régler les enjeux commerciaux en suspens avec les États-Unis et pendant ce temps, il est important de faire tout ce que nous pouvons pour préserver l'unique avantage que nous avons pour les travailleurs canadiens et leurs familles. Nous devrons donc nous appuyer sur l'ACM, qui sera revu sous peu et nouer une nouvelle forme de partenariat de commerce et de sécurité. Dans ce contexte, et conformément à l'engagement du Canada à respecter l'ACM, j'annonce aujourd'hui que le gouvernement du Canada prendra des mesures équilibrantes à celles des États-Unis et éliminera tous les droits de douane canadiens sur les marchandises américaines qui sont visées par l'ACM. Cette décision entraînera en vigueur le 1er septembre 2025. This decision will take effect, September 1st of this year. So in short, the situation we're in now is that Canada and the United States have reestablished free trade for the vast majority of our goods. Canada will retain our tariffs on steel, aluminum, and autos as we work intensively with the United States to resolve the issues there. Indeed, our focus.
Okay. Well, we need to back this shit up.
Aujourd'hui que le gouvernement du Canada prend.
Nobody gives a shit about French.
Decision will take place en vigueur le 5.
Yeah, get to it.
This decision will take effect, September 1st of this year. So in short, the situation we're in now is that Canada and the United States have reestablished free trade for the vast majority of our goods. Canada will retain our tariffs.
You mean you took all their retaliatory tariffs off because you're a lying little weasel. Okay.
On steel, aluminum, and autos, as we work intensively with the United States to resolve the issues there. Indeed, our focus is
literally took me one AI search to figure out you were fucking lying.
Squarely on these strategic sectors and the future. The Canadian government will begin our preparations for the CUSMA review process that is due next year by launching new consultations starting next month to assess Canadian priorities in the new global trade environment.
So basically, you're gonna hire a bunch of bureaucrats, and nothing will be done. Gotcha.
And in addition, following my conversation with the President of the United States yesterday, Canada and the United States will intensify our discussions to address current trade challenges in those strategic sectors and to seize major immediate opportunities for us both in trade, investment, and security. There are many such opportunities.
So basically, Trump just said, "Suck it," and you got on your hands and knees and sucked it. Yeah, you have the opportunity to incorporate the balls in the fucking blowjob you gave them.
Les États-Unis constituent l'économie la plus importante et la
For
plus
fuck's sakes.
dynamique au monde. Et le Canada est en formation de et de sécurité. Agriculture to autos, measures necessary to et de sécurité. As we develop our new trade relationship with the United States, Canada will continue to take all measures necessary to support Canadian workers, our businesses, and our consumers. To address challenges in strategic sectors from agriculture to autos, the Canadian government will soon announce a new comprehensive industrial strategy.
I could see the auto sector and steel sector just completely moving to the U.S. and being decimated. There's no point in doing it in Canada. Like, especially if numbnuts' EV mandate. Like there's you don't have the people that buying enough cars. Not to mention the fact that even if Canada, well, Canada doesn't have a car manufacturing company, but if it did, there's Ford, there's Ram loyalists that will,
that protects
that have driven a Ram truck, a Dodge Ram truck for the last 30 years, and it'll be like it was the first truck they drove, and it'll be the last truck they drive.
Canadian jobs, boosts Canadian competitiveness, buys Canadian goods, and diversifies Canadian.
As a Canadian, I don't give a fuck about buying Canadian goods. Why in the hell would I pay more money to buy an inferior product? Not going to happen. You can buy Canadian if you want. I'll buy whatever is a cheaper, better product.
Canadian exports. In parallel, we are focused on building our strength here at home.
Yeah, Brookfield doesn't count.
Canada strong. The Canadian government will soon select the first in a series of new nation-building projects that will connect and transform our economy.
Yeah, like what? You've been saying that since you got elected. You haven't given any example.
We will catalyze investment and create higher-paying careers through our new defense industrial strategy.
No, you won't.
We'll transform Canadian strategic sectors that are being severely impacted by U.S. trade.
How? How you're going to do this? You're going to do that? How? I can say we're going to go to the moon, and then we're going to go to the Mars, and then we're going to go to Jupiter. Yeah, how are we going to do it, you dumb fuck?
We'll work to double the pace of home building in Canada, and in the process, create a new Canadian housing industry.
You mean your Brookfield fucking shanty shacks? Yeah, okay. I hate to break it to you, Carney. Nobody wants to live in a fucking garden shed. I mean, it's one step above a tent, but I don't think people are going to pay for it.
And we will develop new and stronger partnerships throughout the world
Very well.
for decades. As a result of a series of trade agreements, starting with the Free Trade Agreement of the 1980s, the Canadian and the U.S. economies have become steadily more integrated, continually more deeply connected.
U.S. catches a cold, Canada gets sick.
As I've emphasized in recent months, that steady process of integration is now over. And as a result, some of our historic strengths have become vulnerabilities. We can and must adapt to this new reality.
By
That
becoming
means
the
concentrating
51st
on
state.
trade, investment, and security partnerships that preserve our sovereignty. And it means striking new trade deals that are robust to different economic circumstances, different governments, because of the mutual benefits to both countries. In all these ways, Canada will move from reliance to resilience, building our strength at home, developing new markets abroad, creating new opportunities for Canadian workers and businesses as we build the strongest economy in the G7.
BULLSHIT. New word. ARTIST. Spells bullshit artist. I say again, bullshit artist. BULLSHIT.
And with that, I look forward to your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. We will go to the room for one question and one answer. We will have 20 minutes for questions. We'll start with Valérie Gamache from Radio-Canada.
Bonjour, Monsieur le Premier ministre. Bon vendredi après-midi.
Why do they do this? Like 99% of the people that are watching this don't speak fucking French. And they answer in French and they have no translator. Now fuck off. French is a dead goddamn language.
On comprend l'entente cet automne, par exemple.
Dans l'état de libre-échange.
He can't speak French either. Apparently he's like so horrible, nobody in French can understand him. So he's speaking some fucking language that you can't understand it if you only speak English, and you can't understand it if you only speak French. For fuck's sakes.
As officiel, les autos, c'est le mot
Nobody cares.
pour l'acier
Nobody cares.
de concurrence industrielle pour tous les secteurs qui sont affectés
Oh, it
par
is actually.
la nouvelle situation tarifaire
Music.
à l'échelle mondiale. Alors, nous soutenons maintenant et nous allons soutenir les ouvriers. Let's be clear. We have
questions. Your critics are going to say that this is an elbows down approach, that you're backing down to Trump. What are you gaining by dropping these tariffs?
So
Absolutely
the first
nothing.
thing to say is, let's be clear. We have the best deal of anyone in the world right now.
No, you don't. Mexico does.
We have the lowest tariff rate on average, a little over
No, you don't. Mexico does.
5.5% versus that 16%
Yeah, 16% average over all the nations. Mexico is beating you, you lying little weasel.
average for the world, and in many cases much higher. We have that confirmed in an executive order of the president a few weeks ago.
No, you don't. As of August 22nd, which was yesterday, you have Mexico is beating you.
It's important that we preserve that. It's important
You don't have it.
that we preserve that. Well, we focus on two things: the strategic sectors, steel, aluminum, autos, lumber, and we focus on the upcoming review and likely changes to CUSMA. So we are matching something the Americans have done here first. Okay. And it's very significant. It's unique. We get the benefit. The second thing is,
Benefit.
and I'll take your analogy. and I have played some hockey over the years.
Oh,
And there is a
fucking
time
God.
in a game, in a big game, and this is a big game, when you go hard in the corners, your elbows up. The time in a game where you drop the gloves in the first period and you send a message. And we've done that
What?
pretty uniquely in the world.
How?
We happen to have the best deal with the Americans right now. I'd know. But
No,
there's
you
also
don't.
a time in a game
Mexico.
where you
Did.
want the puck, you want a stick handle, you want to pass, you want to put the puck in the net. And we're moving later into the game, and we're at that time in the game.
What the fuck is this guy talking about? Uh, like, what?
BULLSHIT. New word. ARTIST. Spells bullshit artist. I say again, bullshit artist.
And that's where the engagement is. Thank you.
And
Yeah,
the German
No, nobody understands what the fuck you just said.
government says that you're going to Berlin next week. Can you tell us why you're going to Europe and what you're hoping to accomplish there?
Well, you see, that's his 8th European vacation since he became prime minister a few months ago. So, yeah, he's got some spas and some German massages to fucking catch up on. Fuck.
I'm very much looking forward to meeting with the chancellor.
Yeah, I'm sure your German prostitutes will be fucking very pleased to see you again.
Members of his cabinet, a number of German businesses next week.
Yeah, German businesses. What German businesses? Can you name them? And don't name the massage parlor.
Next Tuesday, and it's picking up on discussions that we have had since we first met.
Okay. Can you name the discussions? Will he name the discussions? Let's see. Let's let's see if he gives light on what these discussions are.
In Rome and in April, subsequently at the G7 and along the way.
Yeah. Okay. What are they? You can give a vague answer of what those discussions are. You don't have to say the outright. Just give give a ballpark sort of thing on what the discussions are about. For what they're about. Just a general thing.
About how we can deepen our economic and security partnership with Germany, how we can.
Yeah, with what though? In regards to what? Can you name those?
Turn the opportunities that exist already.
Like what?
Under CETA, our free trade agreement with Europe, but also across broader areas and how we work and develop those. So I have a broader
What?
delegation with the Minister of Natural Resources, for example, will be there. The Minister of Defense will be there. The Minister of Industry will come as well because there's a broad range of areas from critical minerals.
Oh, this guy gives me a fucking headache.
To energy and defense.
Energy. You mean the energy with the exact same thing that Germany begged Canada to give them, which is like natural gas, and oil that you said, no, we're going to leave it in the ground.
Defense and security, where we are intensifying our discussions with Germany. Many opportunities. As I
Okay, name them. What opportunities? Can you name, like, just give me like the top one.
say, it started in the spring, moves with this meeting, and
the opportunities that I can't name are moving. Oh, fuck.
We have a good partnership. Canada has a good partnership with Germany. It's been built up over the years,
For
but it can
fuck's
be
sake.
much, much better. And I'm confident that with this chancellor and the focus of our government, that it will be.
Oh, fuck off. You are just going there for a goddamn fucking vacation. Don't lie.
Mackenzie Gray, Global.
Good morning, or good afternoon now, Prime Minister. You've dumped the digital services tax. You haven't responded to additional increases in tariffs from the Americans, and now you're removing counter tariffs here with no changes from the U.S. side in terms of how things are going. Why do you think appeasing Donald Trump in this trade war will work for Canada?
Well, the first thing is we're matching.
Because me doing the elbows up fucking chicken dance, it clearly wasn't working. That's the fucking answer he should give.
What the United States has done, what the president has done. We have the best deal of
No,
any
you don't.
country
Mexico
with the
does.
United States right now. 85% of our trade is tariff-free.
So is Mexico's.
We are taking this step, which doesn't include the strategic sectors, but matches what they have done. It's in the spirit of CUSMA, our free trade agreement with the U.S. and Mexico, and it gives a good foundation to build on that. That's the first point. The second is that the president and I had a long conversation yesterday, and
Where you goggled his fucking cock and incorporated his balls. Yeah, we
see
know.
the opportunity to build on where a relationship already is. There's a host of areas for investment in both our economies, a host of areas on the security side that we can build on, and we intend to advance those discussions as rapidly as possible. So the foundation is very strong. The opportunity is great, and we want to focus on those opportunities both. And I want to emphasize this. I know it's a little complex, but
No. No, it's not.
there is a review of CUSMA coming, that free trade agreement. It's due to happen in the spring. Preparation
Yeah, we know that. We know how you're gonna get bent over with that here's my deal. And
should start now. We're starting our preparations. We're updating our preparations. I'm sure the other parties will soon as well. But we're not going to wait. We don't want to wait for that process for those strategic sectors. It goes back to the earlier question about
oh, why not? You waited to the very fucking end to try and strike a deal with Trump.
Madame's question about the workers
You
and
didn't-
the businesses
you
and
didn't
steel
answer the question.
and the most affected sectors. We're very focused on those right now, taking a number of measures to support them directly in Canada, including Buy Canada, diversification, other aspects. But of course, part of this is getting to a better balance with the United States, and that's the immediate discussions we're having.
BULLSHIT. New word. ARTIST. Spells bullshit artist. I say again, bullshit.
At pretty much every stop during the election, you referenced elbows up and saying that was going to be the strategy you take with the Americans. You also consistently said that Donald Trump was trying to break us so he could own us. Your new argument today is that Canadians should
His new argument today is that the tariffs are no big deal because we got a really good deal already. So we're just gonna keep going as it is because I'm a lying little weasel, I guess. I don't fucking know.
accept basically the best of a bad deal. What's been the change in your...
Wait. I reject the premise of that question, or your characterization of what I'm saying. We have the best deal with the United States right now.
No, you don't. Mexico does.
Okay, we have the best deal. Look at the numbers. Our
I
tariff
did. Mexico has it.
is 5.5%. We have 85% of our goods are free trade. It's not what we used to have. Nobody has a deal with the United States that they used to have. Nobody does. They have fundamentally changed. It's
And you have a much, much worse deal than most people have. So
They're
yeah,
right.
keep going.
We respect it. They have fundamentally changed.
Oh, you respect it now. Before it was all elbows up, Trump, Orange Man bad, and now it's like, well, we have to respect them now, because of I don't know, but I would really love to hear that conversation you and Trump had. Like they should release that. Hopefully it's recorded and we'll just release how you goggled his fucking cock and what actually was said.
Their trade policy.
Because, we all know that 95% of all your investments are in the US. Was it 93? It's over 90. So, yeah. Yeah, it's in your best interest that the US does good and pretty much fuck Canada because I don't know, it's the rest of the investments in the Europe and in Canada. Canada might be number 3 on that list. It doesn't matter.
They have new objectives. And they haven't just talked about those objectives. They put in place tariffs, and they have signed a series of trade deals, including with the European Union, including with others, that have put
Yeah.
those into effect.
Yeah,
Okay?
so what was all the elbows up?
So we're in a
bullshit?
position where we have held out, not signed a deal.
Yeah, and that worked out fucking amazing. where tariffs just kept going fucking up and up and up. And then you just took all off the counter tariffs. It's just, yeah, you held out to get bent over harder. Congratulations, Carney. You moron. Oh
That
my
we don't
God.
agree with or that we don't think is in the best interest of Canadians. But and focused
You don't give a
on, and we
fuck
will
all
remain
best
focused
interest
on those
Canadians.
strategic
Just
sectors.
what's your stock?
To the best interests of Canada first. Of course, America will focus on the best interests of the U.S.
Yeah, where was this talk when you were fucking campaigning?
But we do so from a position where we're respecting with this decision, we're respecting our agreement with the United States, and we are matching.
Yeah, well, you weren't. I mean, you violated that Kuzma agreement, to which you just took it all off now, but because Trump spanked you.
What they have done. That puts us in a good position for these for the
No, it
next
doesn't.
phase of these negotiations.
No, it doesn't.
Rachel Haynes, CTV.
Hi, Prime Minister.
Hi, sorry.
Rachel Haynes from CTV. I'd like to ask you a little bit more about what you're saying about this matching the U.S. deal or what U.S. has put on Canada. In fact, it's only matching the goods under Kuzma, but in other areas, we're not matching the U.S. at all. They have 50% tariffs on our steel and aluminum products, but we only have 25% tariffs in return. Are you going to raise those tariffs to match that?
We're not raising.
No. I suspect he will be eliminating those tariffs before he raises them. You'll be taking them off. It was long before he ever fucking thinks of fucking raising them. He was spanked thoroughly by Trump. He's not. Yeah, I know he's not.
Those today. We've matched. We matched the tariff.
You matched nothing. You took off tariffs. You matched by taking tariffs away that you put on because you were butthurt and now you got spanked.
Tariffs on autos, similar structure as the U.S. We do have a difference between our tariff on U.S. steel and our tariff on U.S. aluminum. Those are part of the intensive discussions that we're underway right now.
Yeah, because the auto sector is it goes like parts go back and forth so many times and they're getting hit with tariffs every fucking time. Oh, you're fucking stupid. I don't know why people say you're smart. You are fucking retarded.
Is that something that you'd look at in the future? And also,
We will look at. I'll give you three questions. I'll give you a short answer to that, which is that we'll look at everything. I mean, We look at our industry both in terms of how we support their
What's
retooling.
he going to do is he's going to look at all his stocks that he has in the US and like, okay, what's going to make them go up? And then he's going to do whatever it is that makes them go up. And if Canada benefits, if that makes them go up, well, then that's just great. And if Canada fucking goes in the sinker or fucking just collapses, the economy collapses even further and we go into fucking depression because we're already in a recession. Well, so be it, I guess.
Their investment in the industries, liquidity for today, helping their workers, buying Canadian, diversifying markets, but of course, trade policy.
Why would we buy Canadian when you don't? Why should Canadians invest in Canada when you don't? You know what? I will buy and invest in Canada when the Prime Minister fucking does.
Policy, including with the United States, is part of that. But we're engaged in discussions with the United States about exactly those sectors. And that's what we want to advance to the benefit of our workers and our economy.
And I'll make this extra
Take it.
follow-up
Go quick.
very quickly. You're talking about this putting us in a good position in the next phase, presumably the CUSMA negotiations. But as other people have pointed out, we've already folded on the digital services tax. We're taking away these counter tariffs. How is this a position of strength going into those negotiations?
It's not right. You're right. He's folded, but that's two folds. But he folded once before. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, he's folded 3 times already. He's not going to fold a fourth time. You think he's gonna be elbows up? Fourth time's the charm. Okay, we'll
We're in a position. First off, I'm in the negotiations, so I have
You're in the negotiations.
a sense of how the negotiations are. This puts
Yeah, why don't you open up those negotiations and then just release them? Because I'm pretty sure they're recorded or there's transcripts or something. Release them. Show us all how it's done, how the great negotiator negotiates with the evil orange man. I'd love to see how you're doing your negotiations.
us, and directly the conversation the president and I had yesterday,
Okay,
is that
let's
we'll
back
be
this up.
following up in diversifying markets, but of course, trade policy, including with the United States, is part of that. But we're engaged in discussions with the United States about exactly those sectors. And that's what we want to advance to the benefit of our workers and our economy.
And I'll make this extra
Take it.
follow-up
Go quick.
very
Yeah, okay,
quickly.
do well.
You're talking about this putting us in a good position in the next phase, presumably the CUSMA negotiations. But as other people have pointed out, we've already folded on the digital services tax. We're taking away these counter tariffs. How is this a position of strength going into those negotiations?
We're in a position. First off, I'm in the negotiations, so I have a sense of how the negotiations are.
I don't know if he does or
This
not.
puts us, and directly the conversation the president and I had yesterday, is that we'll be following up in short order, he and I, on the progress on our discussions. So
How does this make it a person of strength? Well, we're going to follow up on that. Okay.
the teams are engaged, they're re-engaging on this. This helps accelerate that. Look,
The re-engage or the re-engaging? It's fucking brilliant, Carney.
it's a negotiation, but there's no guarantees in these things.
I guarantee you are going to get butt fucked sideways. That's my guarantee. I would bet my entire bank account on it.
But the basis of this is
Your bum in the air.
we're matching what the United States has done. Okay, we're matching what the United States has done.
No, you're not. You're not matching anything. You've folded 3 times. That's not matching. That's buckling. Like you're not matching. You're caving. You're bending the knee. You're kissing the ring. Call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Okay, matching is going toe to toe, head to head. You are not doing that in any way, shape, or form. You, like you tried to pretend you had a spine, and he gave you a backbreaker and broke it. You don't. I think it would be better if you were it's ironic because if you were just came out as a cowardly little fucker like that you are, Canada would be doing better off. Your whole counter tariffs and all this elbows up fucking retardism just hurt Canada as a whole. Now I know it doesn't really matter because you're a little bitch, but it it would have been better if you were just a little bitch out the gate instead of pretending you're like some top dog, and then once you, because like you weren't gonna scare Trump. Like it doesn't matter if you pretended to be a top dog, you're going against a fucking lion. And the fact that you're a Chihuahua and not a Rottweiler like you wanted people to think you were made no difference to a fucking lion.
We're putting ourselves in a position which is consistent with Kuzma, right?
Where you're getting bent over, yeah, we know.
And that both clears away an issue with the U.S.
No, it doesn't. It was an issue you caused. You violated the Kuzma agreement recently, and now you're taking it off because you got spanked. So it clears away the issue that you caused, like that, and cost Canadians probably millions of dollars in tariff costs. Fucking idiot.
The longer it goes on where we're not matching what the U.S. has done. In the U.S., the
You're not
carve-out,
matching
what
with
they call
You're not matching with the U.S. Stop fucking saying that.
the USMCA carve-out, but it effectively is this free trade for 85%. They just made that official. I mean, 2 weeks ago, they just made that official with the
Oh,
executive order. So we're responding to that. It's obviously, in our judgment, the right thing to do so we can focus in on those
let's focus in on what? Getting on your knees?
strategic sectors exclusively, and also be consistent with Kuzma, where there is going to be, Kuzma in a very different trade environment is going to look different.
What
And
the fuck is he talking about? Are you taking pointers from Camilla Harris? You throwing out a fucking word fucking salads that make no sense. A trade environment is going to look different. No shit.
and what we need to do is to make sure we're focusing in
yeah, we
areas
know.
that
It's, look, even the fucking it's picking up on all of it. Like, oh Jesus Christ.
where it's the mutual benefits are very clear. So in other words,
They are? Well, they're very clear. Why don't you list them? Why don't you tell them to me? Tell me all the mutual benefits, please, if they're very clear. I would love for you to fucking just list them off.
the arrangements in strategic sectors
The
are mutually
3 times,
reinforcing.
yeah.
They're mutual benefits. So the agreement supports it.
Reformers. Oh God, we got to back this shit up.
A different trade environment is going to look different.
A very different trade environment is going to look different. Yes. No shit, you fucking Sherlock.
And what we need to do
Oh
is
my God.
is to make sure we're focusing in areas that where it's the mutual benefits are very clear. So in other words, the arrangements in strategic
Yeah, okay.
sectors are mutually reinforcing. They're mutual benefits.
The mutually reinforcing the mutual benefits. What the the mutual reinforcing the mutual what?
So the agreement supports it, but the
Oh
economics
my God.
drives it. And that's the way we move forward. Thank you.
What was that? I had to back this up again. Fucking
Need to do is to make sure we're focusing in areas that where it's the mutual benefits are very clear. So in other words, the arrangements in strategic sectors are mutually reinforcing. They're mutual benefits. So the agreement supports it, but the economics drives it.
So the agreement supports it, but the economic drives it. Yeah, would be is the right fucking response. What the,
And that's the way we move forward.
and that's the way we move forward. What the fuck is he done? Oh, I gotta do it again. I gotta.
BULLSHIT. New word. ARTIST. Spells bullshit artist. I say again, bullshit artist.
I really wish it would stop doing.
BU.
Thank you.
So we have time for two more questions. One will be English, one will be French. We'll start with Olivia Stefanovich from CBC.
Do you have any assurances from the Americans that this will kickstart negotiations? Did President Trump...
No. I can answer that right now. No. Why? Because they don't have to give you any insurances. You're Canada. You're a fucking thumbnail. They did none. Why would you even ask that question? It is clear and obvious no.
specifically say that in his conversation with you?
Yes.
No, he's lying.
And what do you...
What insurances? What insurances, dumbass? Yes, he did. Okay, what are they? List them.
you say to premiers who have called for stronger retaliatory measures against the U.S.?
Yeah, we
i.e. Doug Ford, who is probably hanging from his bread post Epstein style right now. Because Mr. We need to do dollar for dollar tariff retaliation against the US is going to shut off their power. Yeah. Doug Ford is he should be on suicide watch right about now.
let me say something general, and then I'll be more specific, which is that I want to salute the premiers, and particularly those some provinces are affected more than others because of the sectoral nature of these tariffs, and I want to salute those premiers.
Yeah, your cabin bunk buddy is very upset with you right now.
For the collaborative way we've been able to work together and the focus on the workers and the businesses themselves, and there's a combination of support for the workers and businesses, such as we provided in the steel sector, liquidity, capital, by Canadian at the federal level, at the provincial level, across, and working in collaboration, for example, in steel with the province of Ontario. In the end, what we all want is to make sure for those strategic sectors that they get fair access to the U.S. market.
Yeah.
And what we're doing, again, is matching what the U.S. is doing. That's fair. It's fair to match what they've done.
No.
And it puts us in a better position.
No, you're not. No, they have much higher tariffs going that way than we do on them. So you're not matching shit.
Position to focus in on exactly those sectors, work for it. So sometimes, to go back to the earlier question, you drop the gloves in the first period. When you're late in the game, dropping the gloves and taking the extra penalty might not be the best thing to do. And
so basically what you're saying, what you're doing was fucking retarded. Yeah, exactly.
That's the situation we're in now.
And our last question will come from Olivier Boisé from TVA.
Bonjour, Monsieur le
Président.
Est-ce que vous avez discuté
Participe
Nobody understands what fucking French says.
Un aspect. Canada, Australia, at the rôle du Canada sera important. Okay, merci. Just the last bit or the... okay. I'll try and be quicker, which is that we are participating through the Coalition of the Willing, which is this broader group, 30 countries, France, the UK, Germany, Italy, Canada, Australia at the core. Okay. We've been participating in that for several months. Our Chief of Defense Staff has been participating directly in the smaller group within that coalition, the willing, that is developing models for security guarantees, as has our national security advisor, and our chief of defense staff, national security advisor, have been in contact with directly with their American counterparts on exactly these issues as well, the modalities, how this would work. It's a fluid situation, it's a delicate situation, so I'm not going to describe specifics, except to say that obviously it starts with any security guarantee starts with a robust Ukrainian army.
What are you talking about?
And that means weapons, that means training, that means viability. And we're talking about after some cessation of hostilities. Secondly, it means that there has to be security on the land, in the air, and in the sea. There's a role potential for the members of the coalition to provide support for all of those elements. We'll see what role Canada might play within that, within a broader group. And of course, there's an essential role of the United States as a backstop to whatever's provided through the coalition of the willing and by the Ukrainians. As well, I finished by saying that the actions of the United States are fundamental, they're essential. The actions of the president have created an opportunity for peace and the end of hostilities in a senseless war.
So what you're saying is, if they do end up peacing, if they do end up with peace, that Donald Trump should get a Nobel Peace Prize? That would be amazing, Carney. If you nominated Donald Trump for Nobel Peace Prize, I'd love to see that.
This unjustified war, this war entirely caused by Putin's aggression. And security guarantees are one element of that. Shockingly, I repeated myself. The U.S. being essential there. But Canada having an important role. Canada has the potential to have.
Canada wasn't even invited to the fucking talks when all the Europeans went to the White House. You were replaced by a plant. A literal fucking plant that has become a meme. Canada has, if you were to just completely take Canada out, like out of all the discussions, everything with Ukraine, just removed Canada, nothing would change. Let that sink in, you annoying little fucking weasel.
Have an important role, so we're very engaged in these sets of issues.
Yeah, because you want to feel important. That's it.
And I think the final component was had the president and I have exchanged views in and around this. We'll continue to do so.
Yeah, I wonder what he said about your little Hamas fucking endorsement, where he basically said you got to stop supporting terrorists. I haven't heard anything on that lately.
Okay.
Thank you. That concludes today's press conference.